Hello YouTube, it is Chris here, and in today's episode we're going to be discussing the monthly Knife Club Ultimate Box for September 2017. So stick with me. Welcome back everybody, and thank you for sticking with me. Like I said, today we're going to be discussing the monthly Knife Club for September 2017. Now, for those of you who follow my channel regularly, you will know that we have done quite a few of these boxes from the monthly Knife Club. However, in the beginning, it was a little touch and go. However, the past couple months, they have been working really hard to improve more and more what they do and the value they give the end user. Now, there were two inherent problems that I just couldn't stand with the monthly Knife Club initially. And that was, for this being called the monthly Knife Club, there wasn't a lot of tools and knives and stuff in the boxes. However, last month and this month, they have greatly improved upon that. They've made it more blade and tool centric, which is really fantastic. And the second big thing is the value, the overall value we as a customer are getting, considering for the ultimate plan is the most expensive plan I have seen on a subscription service to date. Now, I cannot speak on subsequent levels of the service from Monthly Knife Club, as I can only judge the ultimate plan, considering the fact, well, I don't have anything else to go off of. But this particular month, the value is 100% there. And the very first item is the Wallet Ninja. And I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw this like 2 or 3 years ago, I thought this was pretty gimmicky. However, I decided because I'm into the wallet size card set, I would give it a try. And the one that I personally own is the all black edition that most people have, and the tools do work. Some people will still call it silly and gimmicky, but if you don't have a lot of money and you want something that you can have on the fly, from bottle openers, some spare backup tools, this won't replace a really good full-size multi-tool or anything like that, but having something that can just slip into your wallet, this isn't a bad piece of kit. The next item up is this green Zippo lighter. Now, we love Zippo lighters and we get them in a bunch of subscription services. Now, for an everyday carry item, these things are freaking awesome. They work really well. They're wind resistant, and the only real flaw they have is the fact that they do leak fuel. However, we did take this outside in wet, rainy conditions and kind of see with some high winds and some damp humidity, even because this is a direct flame, how well does it work outside? Now, we all know this thing works. And as far as lighters go, this is pretty much a really good, solid mainstay you can put in a box. The next item up is this Martini Pelican pocket knife. And I've heard of Martini. They're very famous for their outdoor Scandi style knives. They're very traditional looking stuff. And this is one of the very few folders I've been able to even see. And this is not an expensive folder. This is like, I think like 12 to 15 bucks. But they actually put a mirror polish on it. It comes super sharp. This is not a hard use knife by any means. This is something you're gonna slip in your pocket, you keep in your glove box, something like that. And you kind of just, when you need a cutting tool, you've got something on you. The next setup is this Ontario Knife Company, basically hunting field kit. This is for you hunters out there who, when you are out in the field, you need some tools and knives on you to skin and hunt game, do whatever you gotta do. You've got a pretty much a good little setup right here. And this is the fixed blade edition. This has the skinning hook on it, and it also has a hollow grind blade that is decently sharp. It does have some basic G10 handles on it, nothing super fancy. And I know a lot of guys who go out in the woods and do a lot of hunting, they don't want anything super epically fancy, they just want a knife that works. Now, that also comes with a folding knife. It's a basic liner lock folding knife, very similar. It looks like it's going to be a backup blade to do some of the same similar tasks as you'd be doing with the skinner. And it looks like if you run into a situation where you've got a dull knife, you've got a backup to kind of do some of your smaller duty tasks at the same time. The next item up is this Micro Plus Swiss Tech 9-in-1 multi-tool. And this is something that I have seen floating around a lot of different boxes. And I have never actually used these in depth, any of the Swiss Tech tools. I always thought they were a little silly and gimmicky, as there are even smaller multi-tools like the Leatherman Juice and the Gerber Dime that function in a very similar capacity, give you the same amount of tools, but they also do it in a much smaller form factor. However, with that said, I do know plenty of people who are rocking on a tight budget who do want to keep tools with them and swear by these things. Last but not least is this Kaiser SLT frame lock folding knife. And Oh, if you guys are into folding knives in the same caliber as I am, I love titanium and I love S35VN. I don't get a chance to rock it that often, so when I get a chance to, I will definitely take the opportunity. I love these sculpted titanium scales, and I know that is not a cheap or easy process to accomplish. I love the harpoon style drop point design of the S35VN blade. Something I noticed is it's really smooth. It does come centered, which is really nice. Got a pretty interesting pocket clip on it, and it has an over travel. It actually uses the pivot screw as an over travel stop pin to make sure that we don't go any farther. And then it also has the stainless steel inserts for the liner lock, so we don't have any extra additional wear on the titanium. Now this thing is super smooth, it's rock solid, it's a nice, elegant, classy knife, and I'm super excited to see a box service actually rock a knife of this caliber in a subscription service. So all in all, this just about does it for the ultimate box. And in this month, to me, it was definitely less is more. They were making sure that they focused on the things they wanted to improve on, which was making sure the box was way more knife-centric, which they did a really good job on. And they wanted to make sure that they had better items instead of just 50 items in the box that were worth $2 and they weren't doing you any good. Now, as you guys know, we do our own individual research when we look up items, and we were able to find everything in this box for a total on Amazon for $293 in the cart, which is an exceptional value for the $165 you pay. Now, I do understand there are a few items in every single subscription service every single month, just regardless, and that is something I want to touch on. There was an idea that we proposed to the Monthly Knife Club, and they kind of liked the idea. They already had the idea in their head, and they decided to run with it. Is they're coming out with something called the Onyx Club, which is freaking sweet. You can see it on their website. I'll drop that in the video description. It's basically where you can get a $150 to $250 knife for $100, and it won't necessarily be what's in the Ultimate box. It is just separate plan all on its own. So I'm really excited to see what kind of knives and what kind of things they decide to offer people for considerable savings. However, that just about it for now, and if you enjoyed the discussion, the talking points of the Monthly Knife Club Ultimate Box, definitely give this video a big thumbs up and share this out with your friends and family in your social media networks so we can keep growing, thriving, and making awesome videos for you guys. But that just about is it for now. Hope you guys have an absolute wonderful day. I'm out.